Welcome back to another episode of NoClueGaming where we're playing Jack 1.
Speaking of murder cells.
Alright, now we're off to a great start. Great. What's up?
I do actually want to talk about that show, Broadchurch.
Oh, Broadchurch?
Yeah, we have to keep going on that shit, but so far I'm pretty hooked in that show though.
For those
They
of you who
hooked
don't
me in
know-
on the first episode.
What's up?
They hooked me on the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of things don't do that. Riverdale did that, and like maybe one or two other shows. That's about it.
Yeah, no. For those of you who have not watched Broadchurch, it is on Netflix, and they only have 3 seasons. They just finished their 3rd season. It's on Netflix right now, and it stars basically everyone in Doctor Who at this point.
Pretty much. It's Doctor Who, but doing like they're bored, so they did this show.
They did like detective
yeah.
work, yeah. So it stars David Tennant, who played the 10th Doctor. It starred Jodie Whittaker, who just became the 13th Doctor.
And the first female
And
doctor.
the first female Doctor, which is amazing.
So they didn't have a female doctor in the original series?
No.
Okay.
But in the original series, the Doctor has mentioned, like in a couple times, he was like, when I was a female, this was never a problem.
Oh,
so
okay.
he basically
so they dropped
voices
hints at it.
that he used to be a female, but however, basically, I don't know how to word it, but because it's weird that they dropped hints like that, but the first Doctor is the first Doctor. So it's a little weird, so that's why people
that
are like,
doesn't make sense.
was he the first Doctor?
Right.
Because with the old one, it didn't say how many regenerations he had, but the new one kind of screwed that up a bit, because the new Doctor Who stated that Time Lords only get 13 generations. So it kind of derailed the original show's point of thinking. But either way, it's still logged in there that back then, in those times, they even said that he used to be a female. Or he wanted to be a female. And now
there's a female.
Now there's a female.
I hope they make a reference to that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, I feel like I already know what the 12th Doctor's speech is going to be before he changes into Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing of him regenerating is, I will not change. I don't want to change again, blah, blah, blah. And somewhere in the speech, I bet you're going to hear, sometimes change is good, sometimes we change for the better.
Right.
And sometimes it's needed. And you'll never know who's going to be who. And then bam, female.
That's actually pretty good.
And then I believe the first thing she's going to say is she's going to look in a mirror, see her as a female, and go, I'm still not ginger! Totally derailing like the female.
Yeah.
The Doctor trained a female. And I feel like they're probably going to do something similar to that.
I would like that. That would be pretty funny for them to do.
Yeah, like the whole, you're thinking, I'm a female now. I'm a still not ginger. It's just different. But she's in Broadchurch. We got Arthur Daverill, who played Rory Williams, who's a companion. He's in Broadchurch. I can't remember her name for the life of me, but it's the female detective who worked with David Tennant.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I'm horrible at names.
I'm terrible with people's names, but she was in Doctor Who as a villain, as an alien called Patient Zero. We've got, oh my god, I can't remember his name, but he played the first Doctor. He's making an appearance, not like the first Doctor.
Yeah.
But, when the Christmas special, which is coming up, Day of the Doctor, all of that, he played the first Doctor. No, not Day of the Doctor. That documentary about how Doctor Who started. They cast him as first Doctor. He was also a villain during Matt Smith's reign. He's in Broadchurch. There's so many people.
It's literally
Doctor Who character.
Bored
And just because Jodie Whittaker became the 13th Doctor, it made it even more Doctor Who
which
canon.
is funny.
But no,
so do you think that
Broadchurch.
she's gonna have real quick? Do you think she's gonna have a male companion?
Oh yeah. It's already
okay.
confirmed. She's going to have a 45-year-old male companion,
Really?
which I think is fantastic.
I think that's great because they're going to get an older person in there,
Yep.
which is nice because a lot of them have been younger companions. And
a lot of them have been younger doctors until Peter Capaldi came along.
Yeah,
So it's definitely, that's why, if he doesn't say in a speech, because, he's all I will not change, he goes, maybe I need to change everything. Maybe I need to change for the female.
Yeah, that would be good, though.
Because it's always their speeches that are just fantastic.
Yeah.
And they write their own speeches, too. I think I read
like
somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Because, when 9 regenerated, which was Christopher Eccleston, he, he was getting bullied by his friends and everything for playing the Doctor and anything. Like, he was being made fun of.
Who makes fun of someone for being an actor? And
I don't know.
Show that,
it was something like that, and then he
loves.
was like, he didn't really get along with Billy Piper or something like that. And he's like, I don't want to keep doing this, blah blah blah. I guess I don't know what it was. He had like tons of excuses at one point, but he chose to say like that she was fantastic, and then he decided to put in that the whole like, you know what, so was I.
Yeah.
Like basically, you know what, I did a pretty fantastic job. 10 had the I don't want to go because he didn't want to go. They were gonna keep him as a Doctor for as long as possible.
Really?
But he had other plans, and of course he met Georgia Moffat, who he originally married, eventually married, and then he wanted to continue on that. He wanted to move on to different stuff like Kilgrave,
Right.
and Jessica Jones and all that. So he was just sort of like, you know what, I have to put in the basket. I think it's time for my Doctor to end because, you know, Rose's story is going to end.
Yeah.
Everything. He's like, it's perfect that my story ends as well. So he did the whole I don't want to go. 11 said, I will always remember when the Doctor was me because he always wanted to be the Doctor and
Right.
he would never forget it. 12, I can't wait to hear what he's going to say because Peter Capaldi was around, he was a, 4-year-old when Doctor Who first aired.
So he grew up with this.
He grew up with it, so I want
that's
to.
even better.
Yeah, I want to know what he's gonna say.
And
But
when's the last episode?
the last episode is Christmas Day.
Oh, that's right.
Christmas Day, and then it's not coming back until August. It's not coming back till like next year, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because BBC's now doing this thing. Because you remember how they were gonna cancel Doctor Who, they were gonna cancel Orphan Black, they were gonna cancel all this stuff, and because the BBC center shut down. And then they were like, oh, let's go back to being, you know, an educational channel. The CEO or something like that struck up a deal with people where, okay, so you got 2 quarters of the year. The first quarter is going to be all animals and, like, educational stuff and history. And then the second is going to be, you know, like, the fill-ins like Star Trek. And,
It should be different.
Doctor
It
Who.
should be like monthly.
It should,
a monthly
yeah.
switch instead. Like that makes a lot more sense. Like have, you know, the first month be teaching and history, and then
Yeah.
the second month be nerd, and then, you know.
And because you could do 2 episodes a month and no one really bothered.
Yeah.
Because now we're at this stigma where we only get 4 months of Doctor Who, or 4 months of Orphan Black, or 4 months of whatever shows they don't have, and then you gotta wait a whole year. And at this point, I'm just like, why doesn't Netflix just buy out Doctor Who?
Yeah, and then do that. Like I feel like more people. I mean, who's not subscribed to Netflix at this point, or who doesn't own a Netflix account? But I'm just saying,
Or
more
steal
people,
a Netflix
Yeah,
account
that's what I'm
from
saying.
someone.
Like more people at this point would get Netflix, especially just for that alone. Or people even in England would, you know, like,
Yeah.
because a lot of people over there that I knew, they actually didn't for some reason. But it might.
But like, I do know that like when a new Doctor's announced, it's freaking huge over there. I remember reading this story about how when Peter Capaldi was announced, this guy woke up and on his door, random people wrote, "It's Peter Capaldi," and everyone knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Even people that didn't watch Doctor Who, there was just like there was a graffiti saying "It's Peter Capaldi," and people knew instantly, like, "Oh, that must be the new Doctor."
Yeah.
And then there were people screaming, "It's Peter Capaldi!" And like there was like a meme going. At that point, when I saw a naked guy drunk running through the streets screaming, "It's Peter Capaldi," I somehow knew that it was Doctor Who related. And the new thing they actually started doing, because you remember this whole debacle of people, how the classics called the Doctor, his title was Doctor Who.
Yeah.
If you were playing the Doctor, he wasn't called the Doctor, his actual name was Doctor Who. What's really cool is in the teaser for the Christmas special, because when the new series of Doctor Who came back, in the first season, he was called Doctor Who, and then after that, he was called the Doctor. And you have those new Whovian people saying like, "Oh, it's the Doctor, not Doctor Who," and then you have people complaining like, "No, it's the same." What's cool is that the new director is changing it back to Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
Because when you see the teaser trailer for the Christmas special, Peter Capaldi and I can't remember his name. I know when I see it, I'll be like, duh, who's playing the first Doctor? They're both listed as Doctor Who. So I'm like, that's actually pretty cool that they're bringing that back.
So he's doing a lot of new stuff with it. Well, not new, but the new Doctor as, you know, female-wise. I mean, new.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, even bringing some old stuff back like that, like, that's a
Yeah.
lot for the fans. I mean, that's actually very nice of
That's
him.
why I'm kind of excited for the new director. I'm pretty sure that another person who's in the Christmas special used to write during the first few seasons of Doctor Who. I think he was a writer, because his name is very. It's
We're going vintage with it.
Yeah, like so, like I could be wrong. He could just have the same last name, but I swear it's the same person. I never looked it up. I was too lazy, so I'm just gonna go like, yeah, I'm gonna assume it is until I'm told I'm wrong.
Right.
So, but yeah, he's in that and everything. I don't know. I feel pretty confident just watching the teaser and seeing how they made the first and 12th Doctor react to each other and like go on, and the first Doctor walking in 12th Doctor's TARDIS like freaking out like, what the hell happened to my TARDIS? Like, what? Just like the way he is so genuine to how he was first played when he ever came out is so exact. It's ridiculous.
See, I think it would be cool if like the first Doctor was her companion.
That would be great.
You know what I mean? But it would suck for her in a way because she can definitely hold her own. She's a great actress.
Jodie Whittaker.
But I feel like having
fantastic.
him as the companion would, and essentially he would steal the screen. You know what I mean? So that would kind of suck, but that would also be really cool. Like the first female Doctor and her companion ends up being the first Doctor.
I really hope, because what's going on with the Christmas special is it's during when the first Doctors regenerate into the second, and 12 and the 13. I really hope that they're regenerating at the same time. 12 beats him to it and is a woman, and one is like, well, it's about time.
Yeah.
And then regenerates into two.
Yeah.
Like, I think that'd be fantastic that the first Doctor goes, I always knew I'd be a woman one day. And then just like,
Or just be like, at least I'm not ginger.
and then that's when she goes, I'm not ginger? Or like something like that. Just like, you know. So like I know they're gonna have fun with it, and they're gonna do a really good job. But
I think so.
we just went completely out of Broadchurch.
We really did.
Yeah,
it
just
was
went nerd zone.
Derailed that whole thing.
Yeah,
it's
but
okay,
anyways,
we're talking about the same friggin' cast anyway.
We do. Yeah, it's true. But anyways, if you haven't seen Broadchurch, it takes place in, I think it's like a little English Scottish. I'm gonna call it like Scottish, like English Scottish.
Yeah, it's Scotland for sure. The cliffs and everything.
Oh, really?
Like, I feel like it is.
Okay, well it takes place in like do that. It takes place in a little tiny town called Broadchurch. It's, you know, your typical, you know, small town. It's got a port. It's got like, you know, the sea and everything. The whole plot of it, there's three seasons. The first season plot is 8-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, I forgot the age, is found on the beach dead. David Tennant's character is a detective. He has to find out like what happened. Like it's very dramatic, and you see the family go through a lot. And because it's a small town, it could be anyone. So like,
and it makes it even worse because you're turning against your neighbors and your friends and everything else because of this reason. So
the story's so good, and then I'm not gonna ruin it for you because you don't know. But the second season is all about the person on trial, and they're supposed to plead guilty, and they're like, no, I'm going to plead guilty, don't worry. And then out of nowhere, in the first episode, they go, not guilty.
Yep.
So the whole thing is because they want to have a life, and they don't want to be locked away.
I set an alarm to cut Nick's hair.
Oh, so Jurassic Park just came out of nowhere. But that's about that. And then the third one takes a twist. It catches up on the Latimer family. It takes place 2 years later, but it's about a rape assault.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually really good. It keeps with the detective, but to be honest, it's really good. Really good. If you have not, just give the first episode of Broadchurch a try. And I'm going to say it is decent for all ages above, I would say 8 years old, 7 years old. Like, there's not a lot of cussing.
Right.
You know, there's not a lot of, you know, things that kids shouldn't see. There's things that are hinted at but not shown. I think the only thing would be the third season because it's about rape assault, but still you don't see anything, you don't hear anything. They only talk about it.
I like that part of it then.
Yeah, so it's basically good. It is a lot of fun for the family though. But yeah, okay, so anyways, going on
It's by
here.
the Jurassic coast of Britain to set his crime drama in a fictional, close-knit small town in Dorset. It's pretty cool because there's actually this thing over there. The trails are called Jurassic Way or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I love walking on those. Like, I'm like lazy as shit, but like, he'd always be like, "Do you want to go for a walk?" And I'm like, "All right." And then we'd walk on the Jurassic Way trail, and I'm like, "I'm totally fine with this." Like,
yeah. But anyway, so sorry this was like cut up a bit. It was just this area is just so scattered. Like
I really
everything.
want cake. I'm just having a huge craving for cake right now. But yeah, this area was.
Thank you for saving
bad.
It's all areas from here on out. They're just scattered. It's ridiculous. But as you can see, I'm about to get like 7 power cells, like, because I just did everything. But
have you played the new South Park game? He finally beat it. It was a very short game. I mean, granted,
the fractured butthole.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you have.
It was alright. I mean, like, I'm kind of disappointed because I figured the second one they were gonna go harder, and it almost felt like they pulled back a little bit. But then there's certain times you're like, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. But to be honest with you, I actually, because I watched him play through it, you know, and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I still need to play it. I still want to get 100% on the first one and this one, whatever. I actually have more fun with the app.
Oh, the South Park app game?
Yeah, the game. Like, I have more fun with that than the Xbox game. And it's actually pretty fun. Like, that's what, I know you said you stopped playing for a little bit, but I'm, like, hardcore into this. Because Cartman, you have to beat him. He has, like, 410 health, and I'm holding steady at 210. And, like, I get him right down to where I need him, and then he doesnn't die, and then he, like, kills me, and I'm just like, I hate this game. But you can do, like, PvP and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. That's how you level up, so.
And I realized that they mandatorily make you do PvP to carry on.
Yes, which is kind of cool, though, because it makes the game last longer. I know it's totally off subject, but it's just, I'm tired, and I want cake.
Well,
and I
we
can't
could
think
continue
straight.
it in the next episode of No Clue Gaming. Next episode,
You
yo.
got a Precursor, Basin.
I was at the Precursor Basin. Next time we're going underwater into the sunken city.
You hate underwater.
I hate underwater, definitely. Look at my crawls. Anyways, next time on No Clue Gaming. Peace out.
You showing out for him?
Yes.